Okay, all right. Welcome back to Hinks on Fire Barbecue. Today we are making homemade sliders. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 13 by 9 baking dish, and we are going to take anywhere from 1.5 to 2 pounds of ground meat. And what we're gonna do is, the oven's already on at 350, and we're gonna cook it for 30 minutes at 350 by itself. So we also got some Hawaiian dinner rolls that we're actually gonna cut in half and do all this other fun jazzy stuff. We are going to add Italian breadcrumbs, probably about 1 cup to every 2 pounds. So if you're doing, 1.5 pounds, I would still use a full cup. And of course, garlic. Garlic is delicious on everything. And we are using Weber Gourmet Burger. Now, all the different kind of burger stuff that I've tried and stuff like that, this stuff is actually probably the best seasoning for burgers. So that's what we're gonna do. So, some people say that you can spray the bottom, but the fat is going to, obviously, render down and stuff like that and create a barrier and all this other stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out, we're gonna put it in there, we're gonna mix in all this stuff, and then we're gonna flatten it down evenly, the best that you can. It might not be perfect, but you know what? This is your house, you're cooking, we'll go from there. Okay, so we got it all mixed up. And as you can see from the start of the video, that it's all pretty much even the best that you can. So it's all flat, because you want it all to cook evenly. So we added the gourmet burger, the garlic, and we also added about 1 cup of the breadcrumbs. Now when you mix it up and you do all that fun jazzy stuff, you don't want to over mix it, because it'll turn into almost like a paste, and you don't want the paste because that'll taste more like a meatloaf. You still want it to taste like a burger. So so that's 350, it's ready to rock and roll. We're gonna put it in, we're due for 20 minutes. During that time, we're going to take these Hawaiian rolls and we're gonna leave it all in one. Actually, we're gonna probably cut it in half, and then we're gonna cut it to make actual burgers, I guess you would say. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's been in the oven for 20 minutes at 350. So this is what it looks like after 20 minutes, and that's fine. Of course, it's gonna shrink down a little bit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the inside of your pan, just gonna wipe down. Obviously, you're gonna dispose of the grease how you're supposed to. So we also cut these. Okay, see how we cut them? We cut them in half, and we cut them in half. Oh, sorry, I'm missing a piece. Cut them in half again. That's fine. Take these, put this in there. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing with the other half, but we're gonna keep them separated just a little bit. Now, what they don't tell you in the other videos is how this shrinks. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and this is roughly half, right? Cut it in half. Okay. Now, some people, they like to have cheese on theirs, or they don't. I like the cheese, so does the wife. My girls don't. But this is also where you would add, if you want to add jalapenos or onions and stuff like that, right? Make it more flavorful. Remember, this is all about you're the one that's cooking. So keep it towards the end, because remember, it's going to shrink. Okay? Same thing with this side. Keep it towards the end, because it's going to shrink. I like to have cheese on my side, and the wife's side, and the girls, they don't. I also like to have onions and jalapeno, but I'm the only one that likes that. So, we got that on there. We got that on there. And, forgot to mention this earlier, this is a half a stick of butter. Now, I haven't noticed. I melted a half a stick of butter right there. I don't notice the difference, but other people do whenever I make this. So what you do is you just take it and just pour a little bit on the top, just like that.
So it's half a stick?
Yep, this is a half a stick. Okay, it's a little bit less than half a stick now. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this back in the oven at 350 for another 20 minutes, and then we'll be done. Okay, so we are done cooking this. So remember, we mixed everything up, we did all that stuff, 350, 20 minutes, we took it out, we added the bread, 350 for another 20 minutes, and let's take a gander. Oh, we also added, the butter, but like if you look, yeah, that looks good. And it will shrink a little bit, and that's okay. This is gonna be good. Okay, so we are done. We did 350 for 20 minutes, and then we took it out and we drained the grease and we put it back on with the bread. We cut it all up, and then another 20 minutes at 350. But as you can tell, like it turned out absolutely wonderful. So after you're done, let it rest for probably about 5 minutes. I had to leave it rest for probably about 15 minutes because the wife, she told me that we just can't eat this. So I had to throw in some fries and etc. and jack up the oven. But so these have been sitting for probably about 15 minutes, and it's time to enjoy a meal. Thank you.